Our Gate 1 tour begins with our wonderful group. Our fabulous guide Hillary, who filled our heads with current and past stories, and amazing driver Jim, who kept us safe and amused during our long bus rides. After checking in, we wandered near our hotel. We were surprised to find giraffes and loved the impromptu bagpipes. And the city tour begins, including the Royal Mile.
There's a bit of a tight corner there. You've done it before, Ian? Of the building, the construction of the new town of Edinburgh.
New Calton Cemetery. And Edinburgh Castle.
Now, here's my question. What age was that building I said was the oldest?
As we climbed Castle Hill, we walked in the footsteps of soldiers, kings, queens, and even the odd pirate or two. The crown jewels were in residence, and we joined the long line to see them. No stopping to admire, no photos allowed. Now, for a Scotch whisky experience.
The further apart these lines are and the faster they move, that indicates a heavier bodied whisky. How does it feel in your mouth? Does it feel oily? Does it feel watery? That's really the way to the tongue.
And amazing food. Exciting day. Heading to the Highlands. Sure glad I have my heavy winter coat. First stop near Perth, a famous palace, crowning place of Scottish kings, Macbeth, Robert the Bruce, and Charles II, to name a few, and the site of the Stone of Scone. Scone breathes history like nowhere else in Scotland. The country house we saw is an elegant 19th century home built as the seat of the Earls of Mansfield. It replaced the famous Scone Abbey, which was destroyed by religious reformers in 1559. Next up, a morning shot of whiskey at Lindores Abbey.
My name's Michael, and I'll be your guide for today. We also are blessed that we have an amazing history, and the history here goes back to 1191. But this is the first recorded place of whiskey being made in Scotland.
Learning about the process of making whiskey. Think 3 years and a day. And sampling ingredients. And yes, I have now developed a taste for the amazing Scottish whisky.
So that liquid gets put in casks, and gets put in casks for 3 years and 1 day. So taste the whisky in front of you, smell it, taste it, enjoy it.
Continuing north to our hotel in Aviemore. This is a view from our hotel room window. Back on the bus. Through Inverness. To visit the Isle of Skye. The Isle of Skye is the largest and northernmost part of the major inner islands of Scotland. Skye dates back to the age of dinosaurs. In fact, dinosaurs' footprints have been found on one of the shores. Dunvegan Castle, seat of Clan MacLeod since the 13th century. Clan MacLeod and Clan MacDonald were the most powerful clans of Skye, and they were bitter rivals. The island was held by Donald MacDonald from 1389 to 1401. The grounds at Clan MacDonald are beautiful. I was fascinated by the monkey puzzle tree. Onward to Loch Ness.
We got Harry Crews, we got Harry Crews. Oh, Harry Crews.
Now in search of Nessie. And we found her! And here we are on the road again. Absolutely stunning vistas in spite of the rain along the West Highland Way, Scotland's most famous trail. It's 96 miles long. Stopping at the bonny banks of Loch Lomond for a boat ride and interesting tales.
Just last year we had a documentary on telly about Rob Roy. Gave a slightly different portrayal of the man. He was a bit of a rogue, to say the least. He was a cattle thief of some renown. He apparently never turned up for battle when he promised he would.
Here's a quick view of our wonderful and entertaining group before we disembark. To continue, on to Glasgow.
And I'm going to try and get you into some very special places. They're asking you to please put on your seatbelts, okay? You'll see the old bridge over the River Kelvin. The old stone bridge is still there, and above that is the university. These buildings are all lit up at night time, and the bells of the great university rings out on the hour and the half hour. So this is Kelvingrove Museum.
Kelvingrove Museum was refurbished and reopened in 2006. Glasgow Cathedral, also known as St. Mungo Cathedral, is the oldest in mainland Scotland. Our storyteller guide enthralls us with tales of St. Mungo.
But the king here is pagan. Huge king. Can you be a king? Can you come forward? This powerful man is the king of this area. So Hyder Cal is the king. Hyder Cal. But he had a beautiful queen called Langwareth. Ma'am, can you pretend you're a queen? That's your husband. So she became a Christian thanks to you. Strongest man is with the king. Where's the king? And they're out there hunting in the forest, and the king is very happy. And the king sees the gold ring on the soldier's finger. The very ring the king had given the queen was on the soldier's finger. Exactly what he thought. And he picks up the ring with astonishment and said, if this Christian God is so powerful that the fish had swallowed the ring that he'd thrown with anger into the river, and from its own mouth it's brought to my table, he must be a powerful God. I will declare myself a Christian. And the ring is on the Queen's finger, and they all live happily ever after. We have a saying in Scotland, in Glasgow, forgive me, where's the bird? It never flew. Where is the tree? It never grew. Where's the fish? It never swam. And where is the bell? It never rang. Look up at the lamp. It's the coat of arms of Glasgow. Everywhere in this city, those symbols are everywhere.
St. Mungo is the founder and patron saint of the city of Glasgow. The bird, tree, bell, and fish refer to his 4 miracles, which are represented in the city's coat of arms. Afternoon free time. Outside laundry. Visit a fascinating tenement house. cool pub with good whiskey and a great meal. Golfers Haven, en route to a ferry for North Ireland. These are real golfers. And me pretending. Ferry time. We're on the boat heading to Belfast. See you there in the next episode.